So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny.
Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. You know, it does my heart well to have this time together. And I get the opportunity to hang out with some of the world's greatest. And you know, he's here on some official business, but I saw him walk past the glass and I was like, Mr. Wilson, I need you to come in here and do some real work with us today because they have had you on skates. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm holding on, but I'm getting better by the second, you know?
Good.
'Tis the season and we want to go outside. And I know that you have options on top of options on top of options for the best of safe havens and community fun-filled events for families. You've been serving as our superintendent for BREC for how long now?
Since January of 2019, so I'm in the middle of my 6th year.
Are you excited yet?
Absolutely. Learning something new every day.
Yeah, I know it. And you service about how many parishes?
Well, we only service EBR Parish. That's over 450,000, but that makes us one of the largest park systems in the country. And nationally, they rank park systems. And so we are in category 1 because we serve more than 400,000. But that puts us in the same category as New York and San Francisco and Los Angeles and all the big boys. But we hold our own, you know.
Absolutely. And we're doing it with style and grace. And when you start talking about park systems, you know, that's foreign to us. You like, that's not a part of the day-to-day. We think of it as BREC. It's been there since forever. It's a park. It's been there since forever. But when you start talking about ranking nationally, what are some of the qualifications and some of the things that put it in different tiers outside of the amount of people?
Yeah, look, we're truly blessed to have BREC in our community. We're one of the largest park systems, over 175 parks. But what sets us apart from other park systems is the variety of different recreational amenities we have. You know, we have everything from zoo to golf courses, Liberty Lagoon, tennis, and a horse park, a swamp, an observatory. The list goes on and on and on. We have a very diverse community in terms of what they're interested in having, and we try and meet the needs of the community. So that sort of separates us a little bit.
And there is something for everyone, because, you know, even for myself, the zoo, that's my hangout spot. I go there for the tranquility of it all. I used to go there all of the time with my grandmother. And I know that there have been some improvements and some things that's going on with our zoo. Tell me a little bit about it.
Absolutely. We're very excited. October 5th, write that down. October 5th, we're going to have our big grand opening at the zoo. We'll probably open before that, but we'll actually cut the ribbon and celebrate everything new at Greenwood Community Park. And so not only do we have over 10 new exhibits at the zoo, new giraffe feeding exhibit. You'll be able to feed a giraffe eye to eye with a piece of lettuce that costs maybe $5 for that piece of lettuce. We'll also have a new underwater hippo viewing. You can stand, you know, just straight up and see the hippo swimming underwater. And so that's exciting. We have a brand new facility, new gift shop, new entrance facility right in the middle of Greenwood Community Park. And so in addition, we got improvements to J.S. Clark's golf course at the same park, as well as Greenwood Community Park, brand new playground there. So over $50 million of investments in North Baton Rouge, and we're going to celebrate all of it on October 5th. So we're excited about that.
Absolutely. I'm trying to stamp my ticket right now. I know you say the 5th, but surely you need somebody to help you set up on the 3rd and the 4th. Put me down as the setup committee. Have we named the giraffe yet?
Well, all our giraffes have names, and
I'm a nickname them. Don't worry about it.
Yes, you can give them your name as well. So they answer to anything as long as you have a piece of lettuce.
That part. And you know, this is something so exciting. Whenever you have those staples in your community, it has become a part of your history as well. Families take these field trips to the zoo. You have field trips with your school and your teammates to the zoo. You're going to these different parks. And even for all of these nonprofit organizations that's doing their events and they have their teams, we spend a lot more times with these parks than we probably even realize, right?
Yes, they've just become part of who we are, just like our streets and sidewalks. But if you just think about it, and no different than me, my experiences at the park helped shape me. And so whether it was a zoo, whether it was my neighborhood park where I played basketball and had mentors for coaches and got my confidence up because I couldn't climb all the way to the top of the monkey bars, but then I was able to do it. All of those things are experiences that help shape and develop our next generation.
Yes.
And so there's another superintendent out there of BREC that's playing on the playground right now and getting valuable experiences from participating in our summer camps or going to Liberty Lagoon. And so ultimately, that's what it's about. Parks and Recreation provide great benefits, not just fun and games, but everything from health and wellness to social to mental, and the list goes on and on.
I love it. And I know you got a lot of work to do, but I'm going to hold you here a little while longer. So don't try to leave just yet. I got more on the way. And if you want more details on BREC, all you have to do is log on to brec.org. Today in the hot seat and on the tan line, we have none other than our superintendent of BREC, Corey Wilson. So you keep it locked right where you have it. Hey, and welcome back to another segment of the LaTangela Show podcast. I still got him here with me, none other than the superintendent of BREC, Corey Wilson. So far, so good?
So far, so good. I don't need to put these on.
Oh, you can if you want to. You want them on? Okay, good. Then why even let you come up here and do some mixing and some mastering or freestyling? You got the mic.
Not today. Next episode.
Next episode, I got you covered. You have been doing this for almost 6 years for BREC. If you had to pick a highlight so far, what would it be?
Obviously, the biggest highlight was in October of 2022 in Phoenix, Arizona, in front of about 6,000 or 7,000 other park and recreational professionals in the Phoenix Convention Center there. We were recognized as having the best park system in the entire nation. And so that was
that's big.
That's a pretty big honor. The first time we've won since 1991. It's
wow.
The third time we've been recognized. But 1991, I was a junior in high school.
Yeah.
And, first time we won, 1975. I was just 1 year old. So.
Yeah.
But to be recognized. Again, we have a great park system in here, and it was good that all the hard work we have almost 1,000 employees, the work that they put in to be not only recognized locally, but nationally as the best, not
Absolutely.
One of the best, the best.
The best. And you got to say that with your chest. The best,
Best. Number one.
Number one. That's not accidental. That's a lot of hard work and dedication. And then you overcame a lot of obstacles because like you said, this was not that long ago, but even with everything that occurred in 2020, of course, there were some major setbacks, a lot of revamping, going back to the drawing board. And when you start talking about those type of challenges, you really got to go to the drawing board and depend on your team. But you just mentioned that you have over 1,000 employees. And I don't think that's something that we highlight enough about the employment opportunities with all of these BREC support systems.
Absolutely. It takes a lot of folks to take care of our large system. And so we are constantly around the clock, 24 hours, looking for great people to join the team. And we're a little city amongst ourselves. And so it's not just cutting grass and being able to deal with children, but we have a finance department, an HR department, a marketing department, and the list goes on and on. So whatever your background, whatever your interest is, we certainly have a need for great people in order to provide the service that we provide to the community. So
I love it. And we talked a little bit about the recreational systems and all of the opportunities for families to be able to get out and play. We want healthier lifestyles, right? We always send the kids outside to play, but mom, papa, dad, uncle, auntie, cousin, everybody need to be outside playing. Did you get your steps in today? Mental, physical, spiritual. And with all of these different locations that you have, you offer something for everyone.
Yes. And we like to say, take your medicine now, get out and walk and exercise, or you'll be taking some sort of medicine later on.
Yeah.
And so there's no two ways around it. We need to set great examples for our kids. And I didn't walk or jog or bike, but I played basketball and football, and all of those things are opportunities for our kids to become healthy, and not just physically, but their mental aspects, to being out in green space amongst nature and the trees and the fresh air and those sort of things like that. So we want to encourage that. We want to have a healthy community. We just completed a 10-year study, and it shared, not a 10-year study, a 3-year study, which shared that we save the parish about $8 million in healthcare costs by having our park system. And so there are a lot of benefits that you don't even think about in terms of your park system. The environmental benefits, after 2016, the Great Flood, we determined that our parks held almost 10 billion gallons of water. That's water that otherwise would be in folks' homes and businesses. And so there are a lot of benefits that you don't even think about that your park system can provide to your community.
Because that's something that would have never topped our list of benefits when it comes down to these parks and recreationals. But when you start talking about Imagine Your Park 3 system-wide master plan, you go back to the drawing board. You have to be a visionary to see this through, because these projects, they take a lot of money, they take a lot of time, but then they have high level of expectancy. So what does that look like going through these different phases? Like, from the time you showed up, right? What were some of the things that were on your to-do list that you actually seen come into fruition and say, this is where we started, this is where we are, but this is where we want to go?
Yeah, and so it all starts with planning, and that planning starts with community engagement. We say Imagine Your Parks, and this is the 3rd iteration because we like it so much. We emphasize the your in that. And so we start with a lot of community input. And so when I started in 2019, we're in the middle of Imagine Your Parks 2. And so that plan went from 2014 to 2024, obviously. And so we need to make sure that we're wrapping up those things that were included in the plan, but also, things like the pandemic hit, right? In 2020, that wasn't
did not see that coming.
2014.
Even when they say, what is your emergency plan that you don't see coming? That wasn't in there, right?
Right. I should have said that was my highlight of my career.
Surviving that, because it was a task. Being able to bounce back from that and say, wow, we still have so many years left within this plan, and we still have to make it happen, for them to even consider the next phase.
Yes. And so we had to make sure we completed that plan. And over the last 12 or 13 months, we've been talking to the community about the next 10 years and what do you want to see in that plan. And so in the next couple of days, we'll be going to our board to finalize that plan. And that plan talks about what our priorities are going to be for the next 10 years, talks about the different type of projects that we're going to emphasize. And so, we're excited to bring that before our board because there's a lot more coming. Now, obviously, the part of the reason we do a plan is because we'll be on the ballot in November, and that's we want to make sure people are aware that we're on the ballot. But if we are fortunate enough to pass that tax in November, it's a renewal, no new taxes. Let's make sure we say that. Then that plan can come to fruition. So that's ultimately how we do it. And look, we did that previously, and with the 2004 Imagine Your Parks 1, 2014 Imagine Your Parks 2. Executing those plans led to 2022 when we were recognized as the best park system in the country. And so we're just trying to follow the blueprint that we already have in place, which is community input, putting the plan together, passing the tax, and then executing that plan.
That's good stuff. And whenever you go to your board, I know that you have your own set of visions. You're working day in and day out. You go to different areas. There is no cookie cutter plan for this. But if there's a broader scope, what does that look like for Corey Wilson? What is on that wish list for you to say, you know what, this is a piece of my legacy, and this is what I would like to see for BREC?
Yeah, certainly. A lot of the stuff you see we're sort of executing now was part of the previous administration's plan, whether it is the first phase of the zoo. But there are a lot of exciting things. I know Memorial stadium, and in that park is a big part of the community. And so I'm being able to do something there in terms of revitalizing that facility and that part of town is exciting to me. The fact that our 10-year plan, the focus is equity, meaning we're going to be spending dollars where they're needed the most, not necessarily equally everywhere, because there are people in places that need more than others. And that's not because it's a bad part of town, it's just because that part of town wasn't invested in previously. And so those needs arise. And so being able to get that plan passed and have that be our focus, that's a big part of what I want people to ultimately remember. Our administration, we started a DEI council in terms of making sure internally our focus, whether we're hiring people, spending dollars, serving people, that we're doing it equitably, that it represents the parish that we serve. We have a small business opportunity program that we started since I've been in superintendent seat. All of those things I'm proud of. And again, it takes a team of 1,000 people to pull it off. But certainly, I'm proud to the work that we've done over the last 5.5 years.
As you should be. And we, as a part of the community's platform, I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. Whenever you have anything that's going on, because you have a lot that's going on. Yes. I'm the queen of a good field trip. Let me tell them about all the great field trips. And in the next segment, that's exactly what I'm going to do. But, this is such a key component to our community, and anything that we can do to help you get the word out, whether it's from a new lighting project all the way down to new activities and new community partnerships. This is what we need to do. It's the brandship. And I really appreciate and respect the hard work and dedication and the decisions that you make day in and day out to go in and do this on the behalf of others. That's compassion. And I appreciate y'all so much. And I'm going to hold you here a little while longer because I see we got some stuff coming up in September. We got some stuff coming up in October. And I got some stuff on my wish list. Okay. So you keep it locked right where you have it. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, so listen, we're back for the last segment of this interview, and I had to wrap it up with the field trips are us, because at BREC, there's definitely something for everyone. And Superintendent Wilson is giving us the inside scoop, because I have questions that need answers. Now, every year you have Boo at the Zoo, and I'm super excited about that because I'm the one skipping the kids in the line. No, don't frown upon it. I know it's a no-go. It's a confession hotline. That was a very judgmental tone you just gave me without saying a word. But okay, this year I won't skip as many kids.
Okay, we'll get you some candy.
Thank you. But that's something that families are always looking forward to. You and your team, you go above and beyond, and you have all of these lights, and it's just camera and picture worthy. But you're doing something for the adults in September, and this is something that is going to be big.
Yes, and so this is probably our 4th, 5th, maybe 6th year. I've lost count, but we do Brew at the Zoo, which is a nighttime event for adults only. September 27th from 7 to 10 p.m. We're selling tickets, brzoo.org. You can find your tickets there. Well, you can come in and sample a bunch of local as well as regional brewed beers. And come in and taste as many beers as you want. Look, we have Uber and Lyft.
Drink responsibly. Come through and brew at the Zoo responsibly. Yes. But just make sure that you mark your calendars and you're there September 27th, 7 to 10 p.m. If they want tickets, is it a walk-up? Do you have to have tickets? Is there a certain head count?
Yeah, no, we have, I think, almost 2,000 tickets. And so we've never had an issue with selling out, but we have a limited number of VIP tickets, which allow you to get in before others. And it's not just beer. Obviously, there'll be a lot of food there. There'll be music. And obviously, we'll have our animals there. You get to see what the zoo looks like at night. But that's all proceeds of that go towards our conservation efforts. That's another big part of what we do at BREC in terms of trying to conserve and preserve what we have, whether it's the earth or whether it's animals. So, yes.
I love it. And I know October 4th at Holland Road Community Park, Rocky Horror Picture Show. They can go out there. It's going to be amazing. On Hooper Road, we have none other than the Great Pumpkin Dash, October 5th. And all of these are listed on your website. Like if you had to pick some of your favorites, I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking, yeah, this look like Corey Wilson all day.
Yeah, the Go Fish Catfish Rodeo. And so each year we stock ponds. You know, we have I don't know, 15, 20 different lakes around town, probably more than that. But we work with wildlife and fisheries, and they put, you know, pounds and pounds of catfish in our lake. And then we have a rodeo. We have a competition in terms of who can catch the biggest fish and who catches the smallest fish. And all of that is the good and fun time that we have in October. So all of these events can be found at brec.org, right on the front page, and you can click events and go out as far as you would like.
I love it. Now, hold on a second. At the door, we have our new operational manager here in the capital city, Gerald Jackson. Come on around here. We're filming right now, doing our last segment of this podcast. I want to introduce you to this guy, right? He is the superintendent for BREC. But let me tell you, Gerald, I'm in here begging for some VIP tickets at the zoo because that's the field trip that I'm trying my best to make because, you know, I'm a big kid at heart. And I didn't even want to ask them if they were going to bring back the train because I just want to be in suspense. I want to be in suspense, so don't tell me. Okay, I know that we do have us a new gift shop coming, and I know that we're also making a new field trip because we're going to bring some things back in 2025 for sure, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I won't tell you about the train, but we'll save a seat for you.
I love it. I love it. Now, Gerald, you're new here in the capital city, so I believe that as a part of initiation, the field trip to the zoo is going to be everything, and I'm going to be your official tour guide.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
You got tigers?
You got tigers?
Absolutely. We're here in the land of the tigers. And
Okay.
so, we have several tigers. And so we're excited. And in fact, our tiger exhibit is one of the best in the country. And so come check out our tiger exhibit.
Absolutely. You better
here.
believe it. And look, might as well lock the door because this is going to be an extension of his office. This is our newfound playground. As a matter of fact, get outside and go play. For all of the details, log on brec.org. Corey, you are the real MVP, and don't you dare let them tell you different.
Thank you for having me, LaTangela, and sharing your spotlight with me.
Anytime. Hey, Gerald, you know what? We done put him to work now. I think, you know, we might as well show him around the rest of the station and show him where his office and stuff is because, you know, he's here now.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
welcome
here.
to Baton Rouge, and we have a lot of things we can show you that we offer the community. The zoo is one of 175 parks that we have. And so we look forward to working with LaTangela as your official tour guide to show you all things BREC.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we kidnapping him too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And you keep it locked right where you have it.